everyone. So first, I think we should thanks very much already, even if the meeting is not yet finished, but the organization has been so smooth so far. I think we should thank the Belgian team for organizing this meeting, which basically is the first official meeting of the ISVM that just has been created. So thanks to the Belgian team. So next meeting, of course, will be the second meeting, the official meeting of the ISVM Society. And of course, the scientific program of this meeting will be built together with the ISVM Scientific Advisory Board, like this one was already done. So one particular case about this meeting is that we were lucky to get some money from the EMBO. And the money comes with a package of 3 meetings within 6 years. And the limitation of this money is that the meetings has to be in Europe. Okay, so the next meeting in 2014 and most likely in 2016 should be organized in Europe as far as we want to get some money from the EMBO. So the money is not yet secure, but since they say okay for the first year, we have good chance for the next 2 other meetings. So we can get some money from the EMBO. We got also some logistics support. So any volunteer that want to think about the next meeting is not starting from scratch. We got some experience from Paris meeting. We got some experience from Brussels meeting. So we can really help out to build the meeting in a way that everyone is happy to come.
Question, what kind of money are you talking about roughly to run this meeting and what the people in 2 years would anticipate?
So the money is, the grant is 30,000 euro.
Per year? Per meeting?
No, per meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, so it can...
And the budget should range between 150 and 200K.
No, I mean, does everybody hear that? I'm just trying to get a feel.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So couple of advice to any volunteer that want to consider applying for the next meeting. First, you should not simply say, yeah, I'm interested. You should make sure that you have a couple of people around you, because it's a very hard task. It's time consuming, and you cannot alone manage a meeting that will hold 400 people. And that is really wide open to the virologist community. And so you also should have a clear idea about the location you're thinking about, because 400 people represent a large place, and there are very, very nice places around Europe, but they are not all convenient for 400 people. The thing is, when we started in Paris, as Marcus said, we were not expecting tons of people, and certainly not 400, so we were quite happy. And the big challenge here was, is the next meeting in Brussels going to be 200 people or 400 people? And we are quite glad to see that we have 400 people. So the community is there. And if you're planning a meeting next 2 years, it will be also probably 400 people. So you have to take this in consideration to make sure we are not running short in size for the next meeting. So the way we want to set it up is to actually build a sort of very light application form. Anyone that is interested to organize the next meeting will just fill in the form. It's very simple. Don't worry, it's not going to be a grant application. And so the board, the Scientific Advisory Board, and the General Board of the ISVM Society will consult each other to decide which among the proposals will be the best location to go. So we have already scheduled this, and the application deadline is for the end of September, so you have roughly 2 months to consider hosting or not the next meeting. And within a month after receiving the application, we will take a decision so that you can, in advance, plan all the process for setting up the meeting. You really need more than a year to set it up properly, definitively. And so, of course, if you have any question details, you just can contact me, and I will give you as much as detail as you want, like 30,000 from EMBO, but you probably need to raise money from other sources, and we have a couple of suggestions about this. So Either you contact me right I'm in a meeting, or you find my email on the address book, and as much as many people are interested, I will send the application form. Just give me 1 or 2 weeks to set it up, and then we will collect this application during the next months or so and see how many applications we have and where we go. Okay, so that's it.
Are there any other questions?
But maybe I could just add something, which is that EMBO Europe is larger than EEC Europe. So for instance, Israel, Switzerland, and other countries are included. So it's less restrictive than
Yeah, it's not
it may
physically,
appear at first.
it's not economic Europe.
Also African countries within EMBO?
I doubt. But,
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
No.
African?
No.
No, I don't think so. But there are Eastern Europe countries that are not in EEC.
If you're interested and not sure, check the EMBO, check
EMBO,
information
yeah,
from
right.
EMBO and find out if you're included.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there are several rules with the EMBO application, so we can, I can detail this to the application so that you know what you're talking about. But a couple of things that need to be precise, definitively. Yeah.
Do you know what the deadline is for applying for EMBO?
March.
They have 2 applications per year, so you can either go in March or in August. So we are not in a rush for that. Probably August next year we'll do the job so that we can get the answer by December, something like this. But if we are ready for a year in advance, it's fine.
Just to give people a feel, did they require a list of all speakers and titles for the application?
Yes.
So you need a full
Budget.
program by the time
Yeah.
you're ready to apply.
Invited speaker
Invited
program,
speaker program, yeah.
full budget.
Don't take people back to hear the discussion.
Yeah, so
But I can,
yeah, I'm going
maybe
to
I
say.
can-
So basically, for the EMBO application, I don't know, there are some more details, but you really need to consider the full program, and you have a list of invited speakers that need to be given. They are very sensitive to the ratio male-female, to try to have 50%. They want to promote young people. They want also to make sure that from one meeting to the other meeting, most of the speakers have been renewed. So there are a lot of constraints to build up the program. So that's why you need time to build it up, so in a way that you have the better chance to get the money.
You also need a budget.
Yeah, the poster space. Yeah, no, there are a lot of detail. I will detail this in the application for those that are interested. So no, there is no question. It's going to be a long list of information so that you can really know what's you are front of it.
Related to that, I'd like to make an announcement again. The next Evergreen International phage meeting will be August 4th to 9th next year. And we're also going to be applying to American sources for funds and have to do that very quickly. So we have to put together a list of invited speakers very quickly. So whether or not you're going to be able to come, I would really like some suggestions from everyone as to who you would particularly like to hear as speakers. This will be the 20th of the biennial Evergreen meetings, which started as T4 meetings and then became gradually very broad. We only have room for about 200 people, but they tend to come from about 30 countries. I realize it's more expensive to go to Washington State from here, but once you get there, things tend to be very expensive and a lot of fun. Many of you I've met there. Very inexpensive, sorry. Very inexpensive and a lot of fun. Bruce Alberts is planning to come and be the keynote speaker. He helped to start the meeting back in the mid-1970s, and a few other of the old-timers in the field. And it'll also be, for me, my 50th year of working with phage. And if you want to be on the planning committee, let me know.
Okay, if there are no further questions, I officially close the first assembly meeting of ISVM. And I thank you very much, all of you, for being here today.